is take our card base, which is slightly smaller than a standard card base. It measures 5.5 inches by 4. And you'll notice that on the front flap I have cut off 1/2 inch. So it only measures 3.5 inches. And I've taken my color spritzer tool and I have spritzed just the front of the card, and it's easier to tell there. And I spritzed it with Baja Breeze, which is the color of the cardstock, and I also spritzed it with Basic Gray. Now what we're going to do is, I have a little edgelit piece, and I cut this using the Adorning Accent Edgelets, and then I also embossed it with the Coordinating Adorning Accents embossing folders. And this is a piece of Basic Gray, and it measures 5.5 inches long by 1.25 inches. What we're going to do is we're going to take our snail and we're going to strip down the straight edge, and then we're going to take our card base and flipping it over, we're going to run a strip of snail along the flat edge. That will be our bottom, and what we're going to do is we're just going to lay our edgelit piece up on the inside with the adhesive that we put down facing up, line it up on the edge, and then press down our top, so then we have a nice border. And I'm just taking and running my nail along that seam to rough up the edge just a little. Alright, and now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of the Twitter Pated Designer Series paper, and this piece measures 1.5 inches by 4.5. We're just going to use our snail and adhere that down. We're going to adhere it down about 3/4 inch above our little roughed up spot here. Flush to the side and just pressing it down. I have a blush blossom, a blushing bride blossom. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. And I've already gone ahead and I've kind of bent up all the petals. We're just going to put some snail, and we're only putting it in the center, leaving the petals fine. We're just going to press that down. I have another piece of that Twitter Pated Designer Series paper, and it's cut out of a scrap piece of this, and we're just going to use the other side. And we're just going to center that, and this is a 1-inch circle. Just like that. And now I have a piece of Pear Pizzazz pleated satin ribbon, and we're going to adhere it right here. So it's going to end up being about 3 inches long. So we're going to go ahead and trim off the end. And I'm just going to adhere it with a little bit of Tombow glue. I'm just going to run it down the stitch seam on the back. Just like that. And now we're just going to lay it onto our card. Press it down. Okay. Make sure we get a little bit more underneath this one edge. Let's set that aside for a second. I'm going to bring in a piece of waffle paper. This piece of waffle paper measures about 1.25 inches by 3 inches. And we're going to take the Thanks So Much greeting from the Everyday Wishes stamp set and our basic gray ink pad, and we're just going to stamp onto the waffle paper just like that. Now, because this waffle paper is going to be see-through whenever you have the adhesive, we're going to run the adhesive down the left side of the paper, and then we're actually going to tuck it up and under our flower, just like that. And it's okay if it isn't perfectly straight, because it's like a little wavy banner. And now I'm just going to crunch it up a little bit and pull it out so it gets some more of that texture back, because I kind of flattened it out whenever I cut it up. And you guys could leave the inside just as it is. It's light enough to write on, but if you want to put a Whisper White piece on it, it would need to measure 5.25 inches by 3.75 inches. Everything you see in this card, aside from the stamp set, the ink, and of course your base cardstock, can be found in this kit I have on Etsy. It has sample sizes of coordinating products that match the Twitter painted sampler, meaning it has fabric pieces, buttons, baker's twine, it has the pleated ribbon, a 6x6 stack of the designer series paper. It also has the elegant bird die punch outs. Comes with some coordinating colors of the blossom punch outs. It even comes with a selection of these edgelets that have already been cut and embossed for you. So if you want to check that out, follow the link in the description box. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching.